Guys, welcome back to another Broadcasters YouTube video. Today we got our starts and sits for week 4 of fantasy football. And before we get into it, we created a chalkboard, which is a free app you guys can download, and it's a group chat where we give you so much information to help you win fantasy on there. We have our week 4 RB, wide receiver, tight end, and QB rankings. We got waiver wire targets, we got trade targets, we got open chats you guys can talk to each other. You can even DM us, and if we get a chance, we will reply. Consider joining the chalkboard. It's absolutely free. First link in the description if you want to go join that. Our first start of the week is Chris Olave. Chris Olave has been awesome. 13 targets each of the last 2 games. That is a crazy number. Last week, had 9 catches, 147 yards, was an absolute beast versus the Panthers. Versing the Vikings in London, we expect a big game for Olave this week. Our third start of the week is Jamal Williams. Again, only start Jamal Williams if DeAndre Swift doesn't play. But it looks like Swift is not going to be playing this week against the Seahawks. We expect this to be a high-scoring game, and Williams last week had 20 rushing attempts, 2 touchdowns, had over 24 fantasy points. With Swift out, he's the clear RB1, and this Lions offense has been amazing. Love Williams for week 4. Another player in this Lions-Seahawks game, we got starting Tyler Lockett. Tyler Lockett the past 2 games has been very good. 11 targets in both games, 9 catches in both games. The Lions are 25th against wide receivers. Lockett right now seems like Gino's favorite target, and in a high-scoring game, Lions vs. Seahawks, we love Lockett as a start. And our 5th start of the week is Khalil Herbert. Again, another running back you only start if the starter does not play. David Montgomery was hurt last week, and if Montgomery misses this game against the Giants, you have to start Khalil Herbert. He had over 30 fantasy points, over 150 rushing yards last week against the Texans. He's going to be the clear bell cow if Montgomery doesn't play. Need to start Khalil Herbert. And our last start of the week is Tom Brady. Tom Brady has been very disappointing for fantasy-wise so far, but he's getting Mike Evans back. Maybe Godwin will play. We doubt it, but there's for sure a chance if he does play, that helps Tom even more. Maybe Julio will play. Again, that's another question mark, but we like the matchup against the Chiefs. The Chiefs are going to score a lot. We think the Bucs might go down in this game. Even if they go up, we just expect a lot of scoring, and we like Tom Brady for week 4. And moving on to sits, our first sit of the week is Garrett Wilson. Garrett Wilson has been awesome so far, but this is mainly because we think Zach Wilson is going to make his season debut against the Steelers. Steelers have a good defense. Zach Wilson, last time we saw him, he wasn't amazing. He might be better than last season, but even if he is a little bit better, that's not saying much because he was so bad last year. Plus, Garrett Wilson and Zach Wilson have never played a game together. It's going to take time to build up that chemistry. He looked really good with Joe Flacco, but he might not be great with Zach Wilson. Our second must-sit player this week is Clyde EdwardsHelaire. Again, only sit this guy if you have someone on your bench, but we hate the matchup. Tampa Bay, #1 against running backs. Last week, they shut down A.J. Dillon. They held Aaron Jones to very little yards, and CH just isn't playing that much. He has no games this year playing over 50% of the snaps, and he has no games over 8 rushing attempts. Terrible matchup, not a lot of usage. If you can, we'd consider sitting Hellaire. Third sit of the week is Keenan Allen. This is not a must sit. This is mainly a sit if you have other guys you can start, because we are kind of nervous about the hamstring. Our versing the Texans, we expect the charges to go up big time. Don't expect Keenan Allen to play a ton of snaps. He might be on a snap count. Keep that hamstring safe and not re-injure it again against a bad team. Again, we have him as a top 24 wide receiver this week, I believe at wide receiver 22. But if you can, we would sit him if you have someone else you can start over him. And our fourth must-sit is James Robinson. This is a kind of a sit, kind of a temper expectations, because in a lot of leagues you have to start him. But he has a bad matchup against the Eagles. The Eagles have been amazing on defense. They're also 6.5 point favorites, so we could see the Eagles even winning by more than that. If Jaguars go down in this game, yes, James Robinson is the RB1, but he only does play 57% of the snaps. ETN still has a role, and if the Jags go down, they might have to throw it even more. ETN's the better pass-catching back. He might get more catches. We don't love James Robinson this week. And our last sit of the video is Damien Pierce. Again, don't must sit him, but if you got other guys, we would consider it. He is questionable going into the game, and they are versing the Chargers. We expect them to be down big time, not run a ton, and he has very little PPR upside. He only has 4 targets all season. That is really bad. He was so good last week because they were versing the Bears and the game was super close. We expect this game to be not super close, and they have to throw a lot more than they have to run. And boys, thanks so much for watching the video. Again, check out our chalkboard. So many tips on there to help you guys win your matchup. It's the first link in the description. Thanks so much for watching. We'll see you guys next time.